Welcome to Man Radio. Today we're taking you to Russia, the largest country on Earth. A land of snow and ice, of art, and unshakable spirit. Russia is more than a symbol of power and resilience. It's a place that preserves one of the richest heritages of culture, music, architecture, and nature on the planet. From the golden domes of Moscow to the frozen lakes of Siberia, from the elegance of Saint Petersburg to the endless tundra of the north, every corner of Russia tells a story of strength, beauty, and soul. Russia stretches across two continents, Europe and Asia, covering more than 6.6 million square miles. That's over 1/9 of the Earth's land surface. The country spans 11 time zones, meaning sunrise and sunset can happen at the same moment in different parts of the nation. Russia has a population of about 145 million people. Most live in the western part, where the climate is milder, in major cities like Moscow, Saint Petersburg, Nizhny Novgorod, and Kazan are located. The Russian climate is known for its extremes, with long, harsh winters and bright, vivid summers. In winter, snow blankets everything. Lake Baikal freezes like crystal, and Siberian forests fall silent under the weight of ice. When spring arrives, the ice melts, flowers bloom across the plains, and parks burst into color. Summer brings endless light, especially in St. Petersburg, where the magical white nights mean the sun barely sets for weeks. The best time to visit Russia is between May and September, when the weather is gentle, cities are alive, and nature is at its most beautiful. Russia is one of the world's largest economies, built on rich natural resources and powerful industries. It's a leading exporter of energy, with oil and gas forming the backbone of its economy. Beyond that, Russia is famous for its achievements in aerospace, defense, and heavy industry. For decades, Russia has been a global leader in fields like nuclear energy, engineering, metallurgy, chemistry, and space technology. The Soyuz spacecraft, the Mir station, and the International Space Station all carry the mark of Russian innovation. In recent years, the country has been working to modernize its economy, focusing on technology, clean agriculture, e-commerce, and international tourism. Moscow stands as the nation's financial and business hub, filled with major corporations, banks, and bustling stock exchanges. St. Petersburg, with its deep European character, serves as the cultural and creative heart, drawing millions of visitors each year. Cities like Novosibirsk, Yekaterinburg, Kazan, Sochi, and Vladivostok show a Russia that's transforming, young, modern, yet still deeply rooted in tradition. Russian culture is a blend of Eastern tradition and Western romanticism. Over the centuries, it has produced great minds who changed the course of human history. Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, Chekhov, Pushkin, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Chagall. Each work, each melody carries the depth and emotion of the Russian soul, full of passion, beauty, and a touch of tragedy. Russian architecture is iconic. In Moscow, the Kremlin and St. Basil's Cathedral with its colorful onion domes are instantly recognizable. St. Petersburg shines with European elegance, golden palaces, vast squares, and graceful canals that rival Venice. In Siberia, traditional wooden houses called izba remain a symbol of rural life, simple and timeless. Meanwhile, cities like Moscow and Kazan mix old and new, where glass towers rise beside centuries-old cathedrals. Every region of Russia adds its own shade to a grand, diverse cultural mosaic. Russian festivals reflect both faith and joy for life. New Year and Orthodox Christmas, celebrated in January, are the most cherished holidays when cities glow with lights, music, and snow. Maslenitsa, known as Pancake Week, marks the farewell to winter. People dance, sing, burn straw effigies, and enjoy thin pancakes called blini, symbolizing the sun's return. Victory Day on May 9th honors triumph in World War II with grand parades and fireworks over Red Square. Throughout the year, Russia celebrates art, film, music, and fashion festivals. The White Nights Festival in Saint Petersburg is among the most famous, where the city never sleeps under the endless summer sky. Russian cuisine reflects the country's harsh climate and warm heart. It's rich, hearty, and full of character. Traditional dishes like borscht, pelmeni, beef stroganoff, shashlik, and blini carry flavors you'll never forget. A typical Russian meal begins with hot soup, followed by meat or fish, often served with pickled vegetables. Dessert might be cake, ice cream, or homemade jam. Tea is the national drink, brewed in a samovar, a traditional metal kettle found in nearly every home. Sharing tea is a beloved ritual. Friends sit for hours talking and laughing while the cold wind blows outside. It's one of the most heartwarming images of Russian life. Russian food is more than delicious. It reflects a way of life that values warmth, simplicity, and connection. The rhythm of life in Russia's biggest cities like Moscow, Saint Petersburg, and Kazan carries a unique blend of modern energy and artistic spirit. During the day, the streets are full of life, with coffee shops, art galleries, theaters, and creative spaces buzzing with people. Young Russians gather not only to work or study, but to talk, share ideas, and enjoy the cultural atmosphere that fills the city. The young generation in Russia today is open-minded and full of energy. They love music, movies, sports, and technology. They explore, experiment, and express themselves through fashion, art, and lifestyle. On platforms like VK, Telegram, or Yandex.Zen, you can see millions of young people sharing their lives and shaping a new image of Russia. Creative, confident, and full of passion. Fashion is an inseparable part of Russian city life. In Moscow and St. Petersburg, street style mixes classic elegance with bold modern design. A fur coat paired with sneakers, a leather jacket with a vintage dress, or cool-toned outfits highlighted with bright accessories. All together create a look that is strong, refined, and unmistakably Russian. When night falls, the cities transform into a completely different world. Streets like Arbat in Moscow or Nevsky Prospect in St. Petersburg light up with color and sound. Music pours out from bars, restaurants, and clubs. Laughter blends with the cold winter air as people fill the streets, gathering in cozy cafes, sipping vodka or cocktails, or dancing through the night in vibrant clubs. If you stroll through Moscow after dark, you can stop by rooftop bars overlooking the Moskva River, where the city lights reflect off the water, creating a scene both romantic and modern. In St. Petersburg, hidden bars tucked inside narrow alleys offer a warmer, quieter vibe, with soft jazz music and the sound of snow falling outside. For those who crave excitement, legendary clubs like Gypsy, Propaganda, or Stackenschneider stay open until sunrise, where electronic music and flashing lights turn the night into a celebration of energy and freedom. Nightlife in Russia is a mix of passion and independence, energy and romance. It reflects the spirit of the Russian people, strong, expressive, and full of emotion. These are not just nights of fun, but moments of life fully lived, where every evening becomes a memory and every sunrise marks a new beginning. Russians are known for their strength, honesty, and depth. They may seem reserved at first, but once they trust you, they're incredibly warm and loyal. Family, honesty, and friendship are deeply valued. Sharing a glass of vodka isn't just drinking, it's a sign of trust and connection. When visiting Russia, keep a few things in mind. Avoid sensitive political discussions. Learn a few basic Russian phrases since not everyone speaks English. Carry some cash and check travel requirements in advance, because the country's vast territory means long distances and regional differences. Russians love nature deeply. Many spend weekends in the countryside, fishing, picking mushrooms, or resting by the lake. It's their way to find peace and balance between modern life and a calm soul. Have you ever been to Russia? If not, imagine watching sunrise over Red Square, walking through the grand palaces of Saint Petersburg, or standing quietly by the frozen beauty of Lake Baikal as the sunset glows. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel. Thank you for listening, and see you again on the next journey.